is Valley News Live at 4.
Breaking news this afternoon, the state's attorney's office says the plan is to increase the charges of attempted murder against 23-year-old Arthur Colley to murder after the 14-year-old girl he's accused of strangling and stabbing several times in South Fargo passed away today. The father of 14-year-old Daisy Paulson, known as Jupiter, says his daughter was removed from the machines keeping her alive around noon today. She'll live on through organ donation, and her dad says they're planning a walk of honor in hopes that her legacy will continue in others. Around 7 Friday morning, Fargo police were called to the Party City parking lot off of 13th Avenue South in Fargo after a man driving a garbage truck saw Colley with one hand on Jupiter's nose and another on her throat. Video surveillance shows Colley spent around 25 minutes assaulting the girl before running off. She was found with more than 20 stab wounds. Colley told investigators that he suffers from anxiety, depression, and multiple personality disorder and is currently living at Stepping Stones Resource Center. He said he used meth the afternoon before and hadn't slept since using. The state's attorney's office says they are now waiting for more information from Fargo police before filing anything new with the court. That was quite the sight last night out of Lemoore County. We aired it live during our storm coverage. Storm chaser Eric Whitehill was a few miles away watching as a large tornado crossed Highway 281 north of Edgeley. A check with neighboring sheriff's offices today, and no one's reporting significant damage, although we know there was reported hail south of Jamestown. And there could be more stormy weather tonight. Let's go to Hutch to find out what he's expecting. Hutch?
All right, thanks so much, Stacy. As we take a look in on our view of the Devil's Lake Basin, there's more clouds up there, some showers not too far from you, but the streets appear to be quite dry from our home of economy view. Take a look at the showers and thunderstorms that started this morning along I-94 and have progressed. This little cell has worked all the way back into Grant County. Strong thunderstorms continue there, and we're getting some beneficial rain. This is a soaking showers with a intermittent rumble of thunder or two in parts of Eddy and Foster counties. Carrington, New Rockford likely seeing a few showers that are working and meandering their way up to the west. Most of Wells County here getting some good, moderate, and soaking showers. These are the kinds that are heavy, but not too heavy that it all runs off. Those are stopping just shy of Devil's Lake. Flash flood warnings in and around Flasher and Grant County, south central North Dakota, in the Missouri River Valley. This cluster of storms in an area that the rainfall is badly needed. Speaking of rainfall, take a look at these estimates. Now, Doppler radar estimates are very large, over a foot in some of these places, but some of the measurements we're getting 4 to 8 inches from southern Stutzman County, northern Lemoore County, 1 to 2 inches along the yellow and orange track that goes right into Lakes Country. Tonight, quieter for most, few storms out west. Look at the heat down south, 97 in Sisseton, while it is 71. With some showers not far from Jamestown. Temperatures sizzling here in the FM area. Cloudy skies, but I think we stay dry in Fargo for now. We'll have hour-by-hour details in the forecast here for more storms and hot weather. Surprise, surprise, in a few moments.
Another busy night. Thanks, Hutch. A Detroit Lakes family is displaced tonight after fire officials say lightning from last night's storm hit the house and started it on fire. Officials say the call came in just after 3 this morning at 613 West Main Avenue. That's just south of Highway 10. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley joins us live now from the scene with more. Bailey?
Stacey, fire crews tell me they were here battling that blaze for about 4 hours. And while from where I'm standing here on the sidewalk, it may not seem like this is that big of a deal. Fire crews do say that this roof is a total loss, and they say that the rest of the home has suffered a large amount of water damage. Now, Stacey, this home right here over my left shoulder, that white home, fire crews say that house also reported that one of their outlets was struck by that lightning. They say that the outlet all but blew up in the wall, but otherwise fire crews say the rest of the neighbors were unaffected. Now, what the fire chief Ryan Swanson told me today, the biggest takeaway and the best takeaway today is that everybody who was inside this home last night was able to get out, and says that they are uninjured. Live in Detroit Lakes, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Thanks so much, Bailey. And tonight on Valley News Live at 5, we'll hear from one of the neighbors who says she heard it all happen last night. The fire that tore through a South Fargo strip mall on May 11th and destroyed multiple businesses has been ruled an arson. The 3-alarm fire at the South Point Business Park caused an estimated $1.25 million in damages. Every fire truck in the city responded, as well as some firefighters from across the river in Moorhead. The businesses destroyed include Gigi's Playhouse, North Dakota's only Down Syndrome Achievement Center. Their executive director, Kelly Hamry, said in a statement today they're saddened by the news and they remain focused on reopening to continue serving the community. Fargo police say no one has been arrested and the incident remains under investigation. Becker County authorities continue to look for someone who started a house on fire in Audubon. Someone called 911 after witnessing the fire being intentionally set at 320 Eagle Street. Fire crews say the upstairs bedrooms were filled with flames. Everyone was able to get out, but a dog died in the fire. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Becker County Sheriff's Office or submit a tip through the Association of Arson Investigators. Extra fire crews were called out this afternoon to help fight a fire at a West Fargo home to ensure none of the first responders would overheat. The call came just after 1 p.m. to the 500 block of 3rd Avenue Northwest. The fire crews on scene reported smoke in the attic and crawl space of the home. The extent of the damage is not yet known, but firefighters tell Valley News Live the homeowners may be displaced. Do you know who this person is? Moorhead police say it's a person of interest in an incident that happened on MSUM's campus back in March. Police say this person placed several hate speech stickers throughout the campus. If you have any information, you're asked to call detectives at 218-299-5284. Minneapolis city crews are working to reopen the area around George Floyd Square for the second time in less than a week. They started around 5 this morning, clearing the objects blocking traffic. The intersection has been a primary gathering place for grief, remembrance, and protest since Floyd was killed there more than a year ago. City workers say they're trying to preserve much of the artwork that has been set up in the intersection. Today, workers removed vehicle barriers and portable toilets from the area, but as soon as they finished, protesters began parking cars and piling pallets in the street again. The Fargo School Board is getting ready to discuss possible disciplinary actions against a board member who didn't adhere to the district's masking policies. A memo filed for tonight's meeting says face masks were required as part of the Smart Restart plan, and Jennifer Benson didn't comply with the rule. Tonight, we're hearing some parents plan on rallying around her. We'll have the latest from that meeting tonight on Valley News Live at 9 and 10. Meanwhile, the West Fargo School District is trying to address a shortage of support staff. They're holding a job fair right now to fill open positions. The focus is on paraprofessionals, custodians, food service workers, and bus drivers. The open house style event is happening until 6 tonight at Cheney Middle School. It's a chance to learn more about the opportunities with West Fargo Public Schools, submit an application, and be considered for an immediate interview on site. There's a new bipartisan report from the Senate saying law enforcement should have been better prepared for the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol. It identified security and intelligence failures surrounding the attack. According to the report, multiple agencies had intelligence on what Trump supporters were planning, including the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security. But they failed to issue threat assessments or intelligence bulletins. And the Capitol Police's own intelligence division, while aware of the threats, chose not to share the information with their officers and other law enforcement partners. U.S. Capitol Police also learned that rioters were discussing ways to infiltrate tunnels around the complex and target Democratic members of Congress. A COVID variant, Delta, has become the dominant variant in the UK, and the fear is the U.S. is next. During a COVID-19 response briefing today, Dr. Fauci expressed concerns, saying transmission is peaking in teens.
In the UK, the Delta variant is the rapidly emerging as the dominant variant, greater than 60%. The transmission is peaking in the younger group of 12 to 20-year-olds.
Dr. Fauci is reminding everyone not only to get vaccinated, but to make sure you get both your first and second dose for full protection. Pfizer is moving on to the next phase of trial testing in its COVID vaccine in children. This portion of the study will enroll up to 4,500 children ages 11 and younger. The children will be receiving a lower dose. The dosage amount for people 12 and older is 30 micrograms. Kids ages 5 through 11 will be given a dose of 10 micrograms, and children ages 4 to 6 months will be given a dose of 3 micrograms. Each child will still receive 2 doses. There will be a roar of fighter jet engines over Fargo tonight. We're told that 4 F-18s are here for a joint training exercise. The U.S. Marine jets are working with the Air National Guard's 119th Operations Group in Fargo and the Army National Guard to see how the units react together. If you see them flying over the city tonight, they will be returning from the exercise. The F-18s will leave the Air National Guard base later this week. Having some fun at Thunder Road is lending a hand to people in need. An event is happening until 10 tonight where you can buy a $20 punch card and $10 will be donated to Lend a Hand Up, helping neighbors battling health issues. The punch cards for events like mini golf and laser tag can be used today or just bought today and saved for another day this summer. The world may have a new largest dinosaur. We'll tell you where it was found and just how big it is coming up.
Significantly quieter weather for most areas as we head into the overnight hours. Look at where the rain is focusing, where the drought is the worst. Welcome, even though it's coming in the form of a lot of lightning, even some flooding taking place. Your hour-by-hour forecast includes more storms. I'll have the latest right after this.